Assalamualaikum everyone. So my name is Nur Hazla binti Istia. Let me proceed to the scientific key concept on biology Form 5 textbooks. So what is scientific key concept? Scientific is an evidence that collected by making observation in the natural or physical world. So it's an evidence. So what is key concept? Key concept is the big ideas and understanding that we hope will remain with our students long after they have left school. So, can you understand what is scientific key concept? So yeah, scientific key concept is an idea, a big idea and understanding about the evidence in science that we hope that students will understand for the rest of their life. Remember, key concept is not all about the keyword, but it's all about the ideas that make students or us will understand this particular concept. So there are key concept goals, which there are 5. So the first one is accuracy, clarity, and development of concept. Inclusion of suggested reference to facilitate consolidation and self-directed learning. The third one is fostering positive value and attitude. The fourth one is facilitating students to integrate, practice, or apply new knowledge. And the fifth one is the inclusion of learning activities essential to achieve the learning target. So let's look at one by one. The first one, which is accuracy, clarity, and development of concept, in chapter 1, transport system, page 6. So as in the textbook, it's provided the information regarding centrifuge, which used to separate blood. It's already said over here, to separate blood. Is the information is accurate? And the answer is yes, because by Science Education Database, centrifugation is the process is used to separate component of the complex mixture by spinning the laboratory sample at a very high speed. Like you say over here, diempar dengan lazu, a very high speed. It will separate the component of blood, RBC, WBC, and plasma by following their density. So as we look at this picture, it has erythrocyte, leukocyte, and plasma, which the others name for RBC, red blood cell, WBC, white blood cell, and plasma. And it shows that the textbook have provided an accurate and clarity information on this particular topic. So let's move to the key concept number 2. Inclusion of suggested reference to facilitate consolidation and self-directed learning. In chapter 1, transport system, page 17, the textbook have provided a link for students to get a knowledge on this particular topic. The link provided is about a heart because the student learn in transport system. So by this link, the student can have self-directed learning at their home, or when they want to know more knowledge about heart, that the textbook have provided the link that they can use and easy to access. And the next key concept goal is to facilitating students to integrate, practice, and apply new knowledge. In chapter 2, locomotion and support, page 92, the textbook have shown a good posture of human while standing, walking, sitting, and also when it's lifting stuff. It's a very good knowledge for students for them to apply in their life. Plus, The model used in this picture is also a student. So the student will feel more easy to follow the student model itself in their daily life. So by this knowledge, they can apply and they can practice how to have a good posture while standing, while walking, and while lifting stuff. So it's a good key concept to facilitating students, and they will remember this for the rest of their life. This next one is inclusion of learning activity essential to achieve the learning target. So in chapter 3, coordination and response, page 108, the textbook have included some activities for better understanding. So the purpose of this activity is to determine the response of human and animals toward the external stimulus to the environment. And the material that needed for this environment is quite easy to get, such as here, lemon, perfume, camera, headphones. And if you see here in this table, it has external stimulus like taste, smell, light, noise, and also heat. And the activity such as taste the lime. So the student have to taste the lime and record how they respond to it. So they will record all these things, and actually it will help them to understand more about these particular topics. Plus, the activity also is easy to handle as it's not involve chemical substance, and the student will have fun while having these activities and get knowledge and better understanding. So the next one, the last one is a fostering positive value and attitude. So in chapter 6, variation, page 92, it have a subtopic with the title respect one another even though there are variation. So if you can see here, the textbook also include a photo which show a lesion that live together peacefully even there are variation among them. You see in this picture there are Malay, Indian, Chinese, Bumiputra. So even we all have the different variation, we still can live together peacefully and happily. So this textbook is fostering a positive value and attitude while learning this particular topic variations. So now we have finished on key concept. Let's move to the misconception. What is misconception? So misconception is the incorrect understanding of idea. Okay, misunderstanding about the factual information or being given conflicting information from incredible source such as parents and teachers. The teachers say about A and the parents say about B. So the students or the child will confuse about the different information that they receive. It is misconceptions. So let we take a look back at the type of misconception. At the misconception, we had learned these types of misconception before. We just have a flashback about this one. So the first one is preconceived notion, which is thinking about a concept in only one way. The second one is non-scientific belief, which the belief learned outside the scientific evidence. And the third one is conceptual misunderstanding, is the ideas about what one thinks they understand based on their personal experience. And the fourth one is the vernacular misconception, happen when one word have two completely different meaning. And last one, fifth, is a factual misconceptions, idea or belief that are learned at the young age but are actually incorrect. So these are the 5 types of the misconception that we have learned. The reason why all these misconceptions happen. So I have provided 3 reasons why misconception happen. The first one is because of the language used by teachers and textbook, which may confuse some students. So the language that used by the teachers and the language used by the textbook may confuse the students. And the second one is the students' idea do not always evolve as quickly as the rate of the concept presented. And the third one is there are often unexplored conflicts between students' everyday experience and the classroom or textbook relation. For example, if the student have to learn about chromosome, they never see a chromosome in their life. They even can see by their naked eyes. So they cannot imagine how the chromosome it is, and plus they have to understanding how the chromosome itself. So it become a conflict to the student, and this is why misconception happen. Let's take a look what is misconception in this biology textbook Form 5. So the first one is misconception on chapter 2, locomotion and support, page 73. So one of our members group had interviewed a Form 5 student that experienced misconception in subject biology Form 5. So her name is Nurul Aina binti Ismadi. Her age is 17 years old as she is Form 5. She school at Sekolah Menengah Kebangsaan Agama Lati, Parsimas, Kelantan, in class 5 Al-Jauzi. So, based on Aina's experience, she had misconception in chapter 2, locomotion and support. She said it is quite confusing on the location of ulna and radius. Here is ulna and radius. When her teachers explained that ulna is located under the radius. Maybe her teachers is not using a model or a picture while explaining this. She only say ulna is located under the radius. So by this merely statement, she imagined that ulna is located near the elbow, located near the wrist. Ulna is right here and the radius is located near the elbow. So, and it is wrong. The ulna is not located near the wrist and the radius is not located at the elbow. The actual fact is radius is one of the 2 forearm bones which is located laterally to the ulna. Radius located laterally to the ulna, and ulna is one of the 2 forearm bones which is located medially to the radius. So, in order to avoid this misconception, the recommendation is the teachers have to avoid the using of confusing language and use a skeletal model or picture while explaining this chapter. So let me move to the second misconception in these textbooks. The second misconception in these textbooks is in chapter 4, reproduction and growth, page 224. So in this chapter, it will explaining on a growth of a shoot and the root of their plant. In explaining the growth of the shoot and the root of plant, the teachers also will explain about the phloem, right? So you, as a teacher in future, will misrepresent the plant structure phloem as phloem vessel to the student. And it is Incorrect. Phloem is not a phloem vessel. So it's quite confused, right? So let's take a look at the research. Based on our research, the term phloem vessel appears a lot in many educational websites. However, this is misnomer because the word vessel is actually the structure characteristic of xylem and not phloem. Phloem does not have characteristic as vessel. So the correct term for phloem is phloem sleeve tube. So in order to avoid this misconception, the teachers have to anticipate the most common misconception about the material and be alert. And the correct term is phloem sleeve tube. And we as teachers have to anticipate. We have to search the internet and in a research what is the most common misconception in science, and we can share it with the other teachers, and we can make a student understand better about the particular topics. That's all from me. Thank you for lending me your ears and your eye. Thank you.